Okay. Um,
जल्दी जल्दी करोगा स्क्रीन जल्दी जल्दी करोगा स्क्रीन जल्दी जल्दी करो
so, you're welcome to today's live. I'm sharing my screen with you. Okay. So I want to explain stages of tooth decay to you. If you're having tooth decay, let me know in the comment section. You can write yes or no. So, tooth decay is a common problem. It's very common. You're not the only one that is affecting. It's affecting millions of people out there. So it's very common. That affects many people. Not only does this damage teeth, it also causes bad breath. It also causes infection. It also lead to losing of your teeth. Sometimes the teeth might shake and fall off in a long run, or it might be extracted when it's too bad. So, we will discuss the stage of decay, alright? But before we go into the stages of tooth decay, I'd like you to take a look at this picture. You can see black spots on that picture. That shows that there is already cavity on that tooth, on these teeth that has black spots. So there is already cavity, bad bacteria attacking those teeth. So, have you ever wondered why dental professionals have you wondered why they constantly promote treatment and products to prevent the buildup of plaque on your teeth? That's because tooth decay always begins with plaque. Without plaque, there would be no tooth decay. So, what exactly is it, and how does it get on our teeth in the first place? That's a question. If you're having tooth decay, if you're having cavity, please subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell. Like this video as well, because we go live daily to explain to people that are having tooth decay what and what they can do to stop this bacteria from attacking their teeth. So as I was saying, why professionals constantly promote treatments and products to prevent the buildup of plaque on your teeth. That's because tooth decay always begins with plaque. Without it, there would be no tooth decay. So, what exactly is plaque? How does it get on our tooth in the first place? Now, plaque is essentially a colorless, sticky biofilm made up of a heady concoction of bacteria, food particles, and saliva. When you don't brush for like a day, you don't brush your teeth for like a day, you will notice when you run your tongue round your teeth, you find out that it is not smooth. It's not smooth at all. You will be having some you'll be having some you know some you'll be having some bumps with your teeth. You'll be feeling that um it's not smooth. When you use your finger and run on your teeth, you'll find out that there is something on your finger. That's the biofilm that we're talking about here. So if you're with me, send me hi in the comment section. Send me hi in the comment section. All right. Okay. So what exactly, I was just talking about this. Plaque is essentially a colorless sticky biofilm. Alright, we are running on that. So it forms on the teeth between 4 hours to 12 hours after brushing your teeth. Assuming you brush your teeth in the morning around 7. From that 7, your teeth is okay. 8, 9, 10, 11. This biofilm begin to come up on your teeth. It begins to wrap on your teeth small gradually. You will not see it because you can't see it at that moment. It's so tiny, you might not even feel it with your tongue, but it's there. So this biofilm will be there, adding up gradually. It takes 4 to 12 hours after brushing for it to show. So at this stage, plaque can be removed. At this stage, you can remove it by brushing. It's so simple. Once you brush, it goes away. So it can be removed by your toothbrush. Okay. And so that's why it's very important that you brush twice, morning and night, a day. All right. It's necessary you do that, no matter how difficult it could be to brush in the night. Try as much as possible to brush so that you can remove that biofilm that has occupied there within that 4 to 12 hours. So the problem starts when plaque isn't removed. When this plaque are not removed, that is when you did not brush your teeth. When plaque is left behind, what does it do? It hardens. It becomes hard. And when it becomes hard, it turns to tartar, forming a protective shield over the bacteria. We have bacteria in our mouths. we have many bacteria. We have many good bacteria. We have many bad bacteria. So the tartar forms a protective shield over those bacteria, giving it the green light to go to town on your teeth, giving it a protective place to stay. Unfortunately, tartar is impossible to remove by brushing alone and can only be eliminated by using specialistic tools, that is in the dental hospitals. That is where you can eliminate, you can remove tartar because it has hardened up. Hi, Gary Mama. Hi, welcome to the live. Where are you? Where are you watching from? Which country are you watching from? I'm glad to have you here. Please subscribe and join our family on this YouTube. I go live every day for now to make people know about tooth decay and how they can, how they can take care of their teeth by themselves. So this tartar, when it hardens, when tartar hardens up, it's difficult for toothbrush to remove. So it is now specialists, the dentists, they are the ones that can remove the tartar. So without tartar, there is little danger of tooth decay. And without plague, there is no tartar. Do you understand it now? There is no tartar without plague. All right. So when we talk about tooth decay, everything starts with biofilm, known as plague. Now we have got that out of the way. Let's get back to the subject in hand. That's the 5 stages of tooth decay. Tooth decay is also known as cavity. 5 stages of tooth decay. The first stage is demineralization. That stage is very silent and people don't know when it starts to happen. Tooth enamel is a visible outer layer of teeth and is the hardest substance in the body. Our enamel is the hardest substance in the body. It keeps me wondering why the hardest substance in the body can just begin to break down. So let's go ahead. It primarily consists of minerals and is designed to protect our teeth. Enamel is very important. It's a very important in our teeth, so we need to protect it. Everything that we have, we need to protect our enamel. So when teeth are exposed to acids found in bacterial plague, the enamel starts to break down, leading to demineralization and the white spots we often see on our teeth. So if you begin to see white spots on your teeth, it could be your teeth is lacking minerals, is demineralizing. Okay, so that is a stage 1 of tooth decay. That means that our enamel is already exposed to bacterial attack, to acid. So now the second stage is enamel decay. When the tooth decay process is allowed to continue, when you notice those white spots and you didn't do something different, you didn't know what to do. Most people see it, but they don't know what it is. It's one of the reasons why this video is here for you, this life is here for you. So if you see that white spot, know that is a symptom, is a sign of something that need urgent attention. So you don't keep quiet, you don't keep silent. So the second stage is enamel decay. Welcome. For those that are joining our live now, you are welcome. Just say hi in the comment section. Say hi. Okay. So the second stage is enamel decay. When the tooth decay process is allowed to continue, it causes the enamel to break down further. This is often identified when the white spots of previous demineralization has turned a brownish color. When you look at the picture, when you look at the thumbnail of this live, you'll find out that that set of teeth over there are having black spots already. They are already on the second stage of tooth decay, which is enamel decay. So when you begin to see those the brownish spots, know that it has gotten to the second stage. At that stage, that is when people go for filling. They go to fill up the teeth. Alright, that can be the treatment. So the third stage is dentin decay. When bacteria is left to its own devices, it eats through the enamel of the tooth and into the underlying dentin. Alright, when you don't go for treatment, when you already begin to see the brownish spots, you don't go for treatment, it goes down to your dentin. It goes down to dentin. That is the softer layer under the enamel. So when the bacteria, the acid attack has already decayed the enamel, it opens up dentin. That's a softer layer, and that makes it more vulnerable to attack. As a result of it, decay can occur faster. Dentin also contains small hollow microscopic channels known as dental tubules. It travels from the inside of the tooth, where the pulp forms, and through into the dentin. Their main role is to carry all the nutrients contained within the pulp to other parts of the teeth. Because of this, when dentin is under attack from decay, teeth can become sensitive. You may notice this when consuming hot or cold water, or food or drinks, or even when air is passed over the teeth. Alright? So if you are having this sensitivity when you drink cold something, you have this kind of feeling that you're not comfortable with when you eat cold something or very hot something, or when air passes through your mouth, you feel that you have that feeling. That is sensitivity. When it happens, just know that that tooth is at the stage of stage 3 of dental tooth decay. Then stage 4 is pulp damage. The pulp is the innermost layer of the tooth and houses all the nerves and blood vessels needed to help the tooth stay alive. It's perhaps no surprises that when tooth pulp comes under attack from bacteria, it will start to feel painful. Okay, I'll be right back. So the pulp is the innermost layer of the tooth and it houses all the nerves and blood vessels needed to help the tooth stay alive. So when you begin to feel pains, when you begin to feel pain on that tooth, know that the tooth decay is already at stage 4. It's already at stage 4. I'll relax. 10. Hi. Welcome. So, you're welcome to this place. We always go live to let people know about tooth decay and what they can do to prevent it. So when you begin to have this pain, just know that it's already at stage 4. And don't keep quiet so that it will not get to a stage where the pain will be unbearable. Then stage 5 is abscess. As tooth decay advances further into the pulp, the invading bacteria may cause inflammation. This can lead to a pocket that forms at the tip of the tooth roots or in the gums at the side of a tooth root. Pus is essentially a byproduct of our immune systems fighting against a bodily invader like bacteria. As our immune system fights the invasion, it leaves behind a trail of dead white blood cell, and that is the pus that you see there. So dead bacteria and even the fungi. Alright. As the fight intensifies and more detritus accumulates, it breaks down, resulting in what we commonly known as pus. Okay, as well as creating a foul tasting odor in the mouth. Okay, that is when bad comes in. So a tooth abscess normally requires prompt actions because if left untreated, the infection can spread to other areas of your jaw, neck, and throat. In extreme cases, a tooth abscess can cause, well, what is this? Septicemia. Did I pronounce it very well? Leave your comments in the comment section. Septicemia. It's a life-threatening condition. So this is a stage 5, and this stage 5, nobody wants to get to that stage 5 because it's always so painful and unbearable. I think it's at this stage that you will have that tooth erupted, have that tooth removed. So there you have it, the 5 stages of tooth decay and the corresponding tooth treatments. Okay, the 5 stages of tooth decay. So what stage do you think your tooth is? At what stage? Is it stage 1? Is it stage 2? Is it stage 3? Is it stage 4? I believe nobody that is in stage 5 is here because the pain will be unbearable. Or have you been in the stage of stage 5 before? I can remember when I had severe pain of tooth decay. It was so unbearable that I couldn't sleep. I think that time it was at stage 4. Stage 4, it's when pulp is damaged. And you know what happened? Immediately I got to the dental hospital. The only thing they could do was to remove that tooth, and that was my wisdom tooth by my left hand side. So tooth decay is very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. So if you brush your teeth every morning and night but still have tooth pain, you still have cavities or bleeding gums, this life is for you. So I'm going to explain why brushing alone is not saving your teeth and what you must start doing differently starting from tonight. Please do 2 things for me right now. Tap the like button and subscribe because I go live every single day teaching how to protect your teeth naturally. Stay with me for the next few minutes because later in this live I will explain a simple daily habit most people ignore. Most people ignore that, but it quietly destroys their teeth. Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Yes, if you brush your teeth twice a day. Or no, if you don't brush your teeth twice in a day. So how many times do you brush your teeth in a day? Twice or once? How many times do you brush your teeth in a day? Twice or once? Let me know in the comment section. Okay? How many times do you brush your teeth in a day? Do you brush twice or do you brush once? Most people brush once, but those that are very conscious of their teeth, somebody like me, brush twice. Those that have experienced tooth pain and decay, brush twice. So how many times do you brush your teeth? How many times? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, let me shock you a bit. Tooth decay does not start because you don't brush. It starts because of what stays in your mouth after you brush. What stays in your mouth after you eat your food. What stays in your mouth. Many people brush, but after brushing, there'll still be food particles hiding in between their teeth. There are still particles hiding in between, hiding somewhere in the teeth. So that is what causes tooth decay. Those food particles that are there. And when they are there, bacteria begin to feed on them. And those bacteria begin to multiply. When those bacteria feed on those leftover sugar or leftover food particles, they produce acid. And that is what is called acid attack. When they produce the acid on the teeth, it's only those acid that can break down our enamel. Like I said before, our enamel is very, very strong. In fact, it's the strongest component of our body. Very strong. So, the only thing that can break it down is acid. And when that acid drops on our teeth, it begins to melt down the enamel gradually. So that is exactly what is happening inside our mouth, but we don't know when all these things are happening. So when those bacteria feed on sugar, feed on leftover food in our mouth, they produce acid. Now, let me tell you that this acid attack occurs 20 to 30 minutes when you finish eating that food. Between 20 to 30 minutes is when this acid attack occurs. Let's assume you finish eating food right now. In the next 20 minutes, in the next 30 minutes, that is exactly when this acid attack occurs. Alright? So, when you have an idea of when this thing happens, you can be able to protect your teeth even better. If you're still with me, say hi in the comment section. And where are you watching from? Which country are you watching from? I would love to know where you are watching from. Okay? For example, when you eat cookies, you find out that some particles will remain in your teeth. If this is making sense, subscribe now. Subscribe now. Alright, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. Subscribe now. When you begin to have pain, it means that the damage is already deep. The damage is already deep. When you are having tooth decay, most of the times when you go to the hospital, dental hospital, they will tell you that you need a filling. Please don't say, let me go back and ignore that. When you go back, don't continue to use your dental products that you've been using. If you know you don't want to fill up that tooth, don't continue to use the dental products you've been using. Alright? So if you're having to decay, ensure that you're using anti-cavity toothpaste. That will go a long way. Ensure that you are using anti-cavity toothpaste. Don't use toothpaste because don't use toothpaste because